Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I'm going to be planning the week of March 30th in my Aura Estelle A5 wide cloud planner. This is my memory planner, and these are the Erin Condren vertical neutral binder pages that I have repunched and put in here. The full setup for this planner is linked down in the description below. I am going to be using this super adorable kit called Swish and Flick from Wild Summer Designs. This is from the recent Harry Potter House Pride sale weekend. So cute. So this is like kind of a Hermione inspired kit, and I just thought this was so lovely and just fun anytime kit, and I really wanted to use some rose gold foil this week. So these are the full boxes. This is a mini kit. It's a newer format, and I'm really excited to try it out. It's got some different size boxes and like hexagons and stuff and a lot of flags, so I'm really excited to try it out. There is the extra box and some labels and some deco. This like very functional page. Like I said, this is the mini kit. This gorgeous bottom washi, which I'll probably be cutting down, and some more labels. And these build-do's, you could totally use these as like skinny labels if you just put an icon on them. I really like her formats, and this is a newish format, but I think it's going to be really useful. And then you do get 2 sets of date covers. To me, this is like kind of the most unnecessary page in the kit, although these 1/8 boxes are really, really nice. And these, again, with an icon, you could totally reuse these. You get some scripts and date dots and date covers, which actually I'm not going to use either of them because I have some foil date covers pulled at. And then I did get the glitter header add on to this as well. So I'm going to pull out my pages and jump in. So I am getting started with some date covers from Rose Colored Days, and then I also am using date dots from Rose Colored Days. I was like trying to find smaller ones, but then I just decided to use this. That way the foil looks exactly the same next to it, because shops rose gold foils tend to like not match each other. I mean, actually silver is really the only thing that like always matches from shop to shop. I feel like silver is pretty consistent, unless you're buying like a special silver, but rose gold and to a lesser extent gold. But I mix them all pretty freely, except for there's like a couple of shops like Scribble Prince Co. And like maybe Caress Press that have like a super pink rose gold, and then a couple of shops that have like a pretty gold rose gold, like Simply Watercolor Co. So I won't use the both ends of the extreme, but otherwise I tend to mix them. And rose gold foil is my absolute favorite. And I just really wanted to use it this week because I had been using a lot of gold in my planner, and then my kit for the week after this is gold. So I had originally pulled out this other kit that was like a reading themed kit, but I decided I didn't want that many weeks of gold in a row, and I wanted to use rose gold, and I saved that just for another week. But I love this kit so much. I loved all of the Harry Potter kits, really. I think I bought all of them except for one, I think, when they came out. It's Wild Summer Design is such a good price point. It's not my favorite paper, but I absolutely loved this new format. Like, just it was so much fun to play with. It was so much fun to plan with. So I highly recommend that. The only thing is I struggled a little bit with cutting a few of the stickers because it's not like a super luxurious paper. But for the price point, the format, and her eye for art, it's totally worth it. You don't have to check every single box. You just have to check enough of them. So I'm putting down the full boxes. I used the glitter headers, and I'm going to use foil overlays on them as well. And at some point, I'm going to put the extra full box on my hand because I wanted to remember to use that. No shade to cat people out there, but I really don't like cats. So I did not want to use the cat full box, even though it is kind of cute. But so I, just put the other girl box on my hand to keep using it, to remember to use it. Anyway, this was I believe the 3rd week of social distancing, which I'm not going to talk about because I can't talk about it anymore. I did a lot of reading this week, and I actually finished 2 books during the week, and I did some other reading as well. I finished the last library book that I had taken out from the library, which I had been like hoarding and I didn't want to start, and then I was reading it super, super slow so that I wouldn't run out of library books, which is really silly. But anyways, and eventually it got really good, so I just finished it, and it was called The Editor, and it was really good. It's about like a writer who's publishing their first novel, and it's I guess historical fiction, not really. It takes place in the 90s, and Jackie Kennedy is the editor of the book, which she was really an editor later in her life. So it's not like a real story; it's fiction. But anyway, it was really, really good, and just like very lighthearted and fun. And then I read a YA novel that I got on Kindle for library, so like my library's Kindle books, which I finally figured out how to search, because I find the search function on that like impossible to find anything. And I read The Selection, which is a YA novel It's like a series, but only the first one was available. So I'm on the waiting list for the other ones, which is really frustrating because usually I would just read the whole series straight through since it's all out, and it wasn't like that long. But I really did enjoy it very much. I think the tagline of the description was "The Hunger Games meets The Bachelor," which I feel like is a very apropos tagline, but it was a fun, and both were like fairly lighthearted reads, so I recommend both of those. And then I actually do have some new books now. I did like a supplies exchange with my dad, and I went through like the list of library books that he had, and I took some of his library books since like all the libraries are closed and we don't have to actually take them back, and usually there's not like that much overlap of like interest areas for reading between me and my dad, but every once in a while we'll like hit a pocket where we have overlap. So anyway, I brought him some food and we took some toilet paper and books from him. And then I'm just putting down the sidebar to track meals and to track just memories for the week. And I put down this bow washi, and then I didn't like the way it looked in person, although now on camera I do like the way it looks, so I end up pulling that up and replacing that with a different washi. And I just tried to pull in some more yellow to this kit. I just thought it looked super cute with that yellow washi, and it kind of like matched the kit, and I love yellow, so I pulled that in. And then finishing up the sidebar, I grabbed a like not checklist, but a blank box from an old Planning World kit, because there was no ombre checklists in this. It doesn't even come with one for the sidebar, which is literally the only thing that I'm missing in this kit. Everything else in this format is just like perfect, and I love it, and you get so much stuff for a mini kit. But anyway, so I just pulled something in from my stash for that, and then I am going through with foiled overlays, a lot from Sadie Stickers and some from Artbox Stickers as well. And then I grabbed this overlay for the bottom washi as well, which I cut down, which I thought was so cute, and it looked really cool with the flowers, although on camera it's like kind of dark on top of it, but when you see the rose gold foil, it looks really pretty with the flowers. And I did struggle cutting down that bottom washi a little, but I made it work and pulled some off. And then these bow header overlays are from Sadie Stickers, I think, and the bow and heart ones are from Artbox Stickers. So I'm just using all different ones, just pulling things in from my collection. It's been so long since I've done a rose gold kit, and I was like, I didn't even remember what I had, but I had a lot of good bows and hearts and just whatever. Anyway, on to the day by day. I totally ran out of things to say there, but that's fine. I did my regular work thing on Monday. So I used a Clever Gal Craft beautiful floral flag to mark that. And then my mom has been helping us with the kids, so she came over on Monday. She's been coming 2 or 3 times a week to help out with the kids, so she came over. And then I put down this rainy day sticker, and then I'm going to pull it up because I realized I was like planning the wrong day or from the wrong week. I don't know. I have like all of my notes on what we do throughout the week that I use to plan these in like one spot, and sometimes I just didn't scroll to the right point or whatever on my phone. I saved them on my phone. But we did do a lot of laundry. Mondays typically look kind of the same except for the weather anyways, because I have like my work thing to do, and my mom helps us do the laundry as well. And I have no shame in that. My mom, been saving the laundry for my mom to help do. And by help, I mean do almost all of. Anyways, it was a really difficult kiddo day. They just had a lot of attitude, and it was just not fun. Like as soon as they were napping, my mom was just like, I'm going home. And usually, because she's like so bored by herself, she was just like, I'm out of here. I love you. Bye. And I did a bunch of reading and just like chilled out. I was just like, ugh, get me a break. And then that night, my husband and I watched Westworld after the kids went to bed, which has been really good this season. It's like really moving now, and I'm very happy about that. It's a fun show on HBO. So then and I'm just really struggling with that little thing or that label, and I ended up grabbing one of the Bill Doolittle labels and just covering that with an icon from Magic Prints Co. And then the stack of books is from Fox and Pip, and the heart is from Clever Gal Crafts also, and then that little onesie is also from Magic Prints Co. I never say where stuff is from, but everything is linked down in the description below, and if you're ever curious about where something is from, definitely just drop me a comment and I will let you know. Anyway, then that Tuesday morning, we FaceTimed a friend of mine who also has some kids and just let the kids talk and caught up and stuff. And that phone is from Hello Petite Paper. And then we did some kids yoga videos, just trying to get our energy out. And I think the weather was like really not nice, which was like not helping with the kids' energy. And then I just used that little label on that Clever Gal Crafts thing just to mark that I was feeling very fried. And then that afternoon, the little baby actually rolled over. Our new baby rolled over for the first time. So I marked that with this little baby sampler from Scribble Prints Co., whatever you want to call it. It's got like baby words, and I hardly ever remember to use them, but I remembered this time, and that was exciting. And then that night I just relaxed and read, and I decided to mark that with a little bit of deco from the kit. And I think that looks really cute like that. And then on Wednesday, my daughter had a preschool Zoom, which she's like so into them when they happen, and she can see all her friends, and it's really, really cute. And yeah, so that was that. And then I finished the editor this day, which I will mark in a second, but for some reason I jumped down here, and we went for a long stroller walk in the afternoon, so I marked that with a half box, and that little foot, that shoe, and that laptop are both from Crafts by Towie. And then I grabbed the little circle flower thing and a Fox and Pip girl to mark finishing the book. And I love how that looks. It's so cute. I'm going to do it again later in the week as well. I just think it looks really, really cute. And I loved having all the different shapes from this kit to play with. Anyway, then that late afternoon, we FaceTimed my aunt and uncle who are like who live down in Florida. They're retired, and my husband like keeps jokingly threatened to drive down to their house in Florida to ride out the rest of the social distancing so he can use their pool. And sure enough, when we called them, they were like laying out by their pool, just hanging out, living that retired life. I'm very jealous, although no one wants to be stuck in their house, but I wouldn't mind the pool and the warm weather right now. Anyway, that night I also took a bath after the kids went to bed and did some relaxing, so I grabbed a Fox and Pip girl to mark that. I hadn't used Fox and Pip girls in a while either, and I just love how they look. Her shop has been she hasn't done new releases in a really long time, but she's doing new releases, I think, on like April 20th, maybe. I don't remember exactly, and I'm not sure when this video is going to come up exactly, but she's got new releases coming soon, and I can't wait to see them, like sticker new releases, because I love Fox and Pip girls, and I hope she does more of the happy, like the mini girls, because I think it's such a better size for like fitting in on your planner. And then, on to Thursday. I am starting with the second half of the day. This was crazy. So this was the day that we had to take the kids to the pediatrician. Like well checks 2 and under are considered essential, so you're not supposed to cancel them, plus especially not for the baby. We do have like a new baby, so we did take all 3 kids because their birthdays are all really close together for their well checks, and it was like one of the most intense experiences of my life. I mean, the doctor's office did such a good job making sure like everybody stays safe and everything. It was a well check only office, so they're not seeing any sick patients whatsoever. They did everyone's temperature at the door, only one family in at a time, but it was just like such an intense experience. Everyone was like in full gear. There was like hardly anyone there. It was just so bizarre. But anyway, so that morning we made a pizza cookie, which honestly, it doesn't like sound like the kind of thing that I would usually eat, but it was just like one of the best things that I've ever baked. And I did it with the kids, and it was just like a big circled chocolate chip cookie with no chocolate chips, and then we frosted it with chocolate ganache, and they let the kids put toppings on it, and the kids like shared one piece of it, and then throughout the week I ate the entire thing. I'm not even joking. Anyway, then I also watched Motherland, which is a new show on Freeform that's like I'm so obsessed with it, and witches like controlled the U.S. military. I don't know. It's really weird, but I really like it. And then that night I had like a Zoom call with my girls from high school, which was fun. And then on Friday, my mom was over again to help out with the kids, and I did some work. After saying I wasn't going to pick up any projects, I did pick up like one small extra project. I work freelance, so I was just working on that. I've since finished it. It was a very small project, but anyway, it's good to just do something, I guess, and make a little extra money. But anyway, I was kind of chaotic. I had like a big chunk of regret in the middle, but now that it's done, it's totally fine, of course. So, and then I also finished the selection, which I marked the same way I marked the other one, grabbing that Fox and Pip girl and that little circle flower thing, covering up like the word and just using it sideways like that. I think it looks so cute marked like that. I really, really love that. I would definitely do that again. And then that night I took a bath again, so I decided to mark that. And then I don't know what day of the week I'm on. Oh, on Saturday. What happened on Saturday? I did like a bunch of planning and filming. We went for a walk as a family. I don't know why I'm starting in the afternoon and not in the morning, but that's just what I did. And I don't remember why I did that. Maybe I wanted to make sure I could fit everything in. Sometimes I work my way back from the end of the day to the beginning of the day when I want that to happen. And then I used one of these new relax scripts from Station Stickers so I had like planner time, but like relaxing planner time, if you will. And then in the morning, I grabbed one of these Espresso Patronum stickers from Fox and Pip. I love these, and it's a Harry Potter kit, so I had to use that. And I made French press coffee this morning, which is like, it was like my random non-planner impulse buy from like all the online shopping, but we've been using it all the time and I super, super love it. And then it makes the coffee taste so good. And I worked on my slides a little bit that day, and like my husband just mostly did kids duty on that day on Saturday as well. So I like worked on because I had to just finish up these slides that I was working on. Anyway, and then on Sunday, I finished scripting the slides. I had to like record myself filming them, which I didn't do until Monday, but I had to like record myself filming them. I had to record myself reading these slides, not like in person, just like a recorded presentation that this company is going to use. Anyway, and then it was also like super, super nice outside. So we took the kids out. We live right by this field and we just like let them run around the field. I wore the baby in the carrier. We played like just run around games and just to like get them all worked up and everything. And then my daughter also had another preschool Zoom that day, which is what was going to go with that laptop from our box stickers. So yeah, it was just like a chill kind of weekend. Did some relaxing, did some planning, did some running around the baseball field and the soccer field or whatever kind of field it's called. There's like a baseball diamond and a big soccer field, and like there you can just kind of like run around on them as long as they're not crowded. So we went when there was no one else there so that the kids could just run around and not be near anybody else. And then I'm just going to finish up with like some deco and washi. I think I mostly use washi this week. I always see people, like I watch a lot of Plan With Me, so I find it very relaxing to watch people sticker and also to watch nail dipping videos. Like that's my new favorite thing. It's just like watching people dip their nails in that powder. I don't know why that's so relaxing. Anyway, that is not what I was trying to say. And like people have like these really white spacey spreads and I think they look so pretty, but I like cannot accomplish that. I just feel like I always have so much to cram into my planner, and then I want the spacing to look even, so I shove washi in all of the extra spots. But whatever, you got to do what works for you. So I'm just kind of finishing this up. I put down like that yellow twice, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I switched it for a pink washi, and I had like some other foil deco that I wanted to pull in as well. The deco in this kit I think was fairly large, and I was just like not feeling it. It wasn't like fitting into the spaces, so I just grabbed some little foil doilies and some washi as well. Okay, that is everything all filled out. I think this turned out super cute. Love the Harry Potter vibes. Love all the book vibes. I did so much reading this week. Let me give it a little wiggle for you so you can see all that gorgeous rose gold foil. Here's what I have left in the kit. This is a mini kit from Wild Summer Design, and I have tons left over, so definitely a good size kit. I did struggle a little bit with like the paper and the cuts this week, but I was able to, pull everything together. I love her kits. The format is amazing. It is a really low price point kit. It's not my favorite paper, but it's definitely worth it with like when you find stuff that you liked at the price point, etc. And I loved playing with some of like the new little shape pieces, which I don't typically use in my spread, like these little like round things or these little squares. So that was super fun. Hopefully I can pull that in more often. I did all of my writing in a Pigma Micron 03 this week. Forgot to grab my other pen. But anyway, that is everything. So if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye.